Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and whoever you are lucky enough indeed to be doing it to. I'm Bushka, and this is the masterclass on pushing houses or fighting in buildings. However you want to term it, it's basically if it's got four walls and a roof, and you want to know how to win in it, that's what this video is about. Now, there is no right way, there is no wrong way. What I've come up with is three basic concepts, three basic ideas, flexibility, control, and using sound. Let me put it this way. If you win the gunfight in the house, you did it right. But there are some ways of doing things that are obviously going to be better, and they're going to get you more chicken dinners. And that's why we're here. I play pretty aggressively. One of the reasons I play aggressively is I need content to do videos like this. There's no way around that. That's a whole different way of looking at the game, and I do that, and I make no bones about it. If I don't do that, then I don't get content, right? But at the same time, it's enabled me to have a lot of engagements, and the more times that you have to beat someone one-on-one or two-on-one or three-on-one or four-on-one in a compound or a group of houses, the better you get at it. You get better at baiting shots out of people like that. You get better at thinking on the fly and being fluid with your movements, and even you get better at looting quickly, and that's a game winner, like in situations like this. But the thing you really get better at is using sound. So I'm going to talk a little bit about flexibility, but watch the footsteps on the top right side of the mini-map here. And all I do is track them with my gun. Like, I'm tracking those footsteps. There they are, there they are, they're over there, they're just below. So they've got to be underneath me. That's all they can be. That's the only place they can be. And I track the footsteps and I follow them around, and eventually someone is going to end up on the other end of the pointy bit if I follow those footsteps around, because I'm using sound. Let's digress from that just for a second and talk back towards the topic of flexibility. There's a guy in the corner here. I know he's there. I knew he was in the house. There's two guys camping this house ahead. As I approach, you're going to see the footsteps. Now, that's the guy I knocked. I can see several sections of the house, and there are two sets of footprints there. If he is not that set of footprints and he's not there on the left, there's only one place he can be, and that's in a stationary position on my right. So I set up for that, and there he is. And I'm strafing in, and he is dead. That leads us to our third point here. We've got flexibility, we've got sound. Let's talk about control. Control is everything. Control is actually being able to move around the environment in a stable and efficient manner. There is a fellow who's going to drop down behind me off the roof. I can hear when he lands. And I can tell now that he's running around in the same area. There he is. I'm going to strafe. That's all I'm going to do. I mean, that's control. That's just control. This is really important. This is something that will win you so many gunfights. Listen to his gun. He blows his whole clip. I stop. He blows the entire clip. People do this all the time. They see you. It's like they're waiting for you to strafe back around the corner. I listen. There he's out. I'll go and kill him. Out of ammo. Thanks very much. Last 8 shots. It's just control. Control and sound. I know he's gone too long. That's too long on a clip for an Uzi. And he's gone. I mean, this is the stuff that you need to really get good at if you want to win these engagements. Now, when you combine them all in situations like this, you get pretty hilarious results, and you give yourself the opportunity to win some of these nutso fights. Now, I'm going to show you a few fights that have featured in videos before, so don't get cranky at me, but I thought they were very good illustrations of stuff. Watch the sound. I've seen footprints there. I know they're within 20 meters. Footprints pop up on your map within 20 meters. Different sounds of footprints denote where they are. That's an outside footstep. Now, I am in a fixed position, but that's because that guy didn't know where I was. So then I hear more footprints, and I'm quite willing to move out. And then in being very flexible, I don't go out the doorway there. I run into this room, and then I go out through the window, so that if he tells his mates he's in that room, he's in that room, he's in that room, and they're running around the front looking for me, I'm like, yeah, I'll go and nut him. it's all about putting these things together in one smart package. Now, I understand that if you are just starting the game, this is a lot to take in. This is a huge amount to take in. But there's no way to sugarcoat this. You've got to learn to move your character, pay attention to the minimap, listen to the environment around you. I hear there's a car coming. Bang. I see footsteps on the minimap, and I hear footsteps through my headphones. Footsteps don't appear any closer than 20 meters. That house was further away than 20 meters when I first heard the footsteps and saw them. He has to be in here. He's in a fixed position. It's great if I don't know he's there and just wander in to loot, but if I know the guy's in there, all he gets to do is eat his own teeth. Likewise, if it's the end of a circle and you're in a house and you're in the corner of a house, just... You're begging to die. You're begging to get grinned. You can't just sit in a corner and get upset when you get wrecked, because you are giving the enemy advantage, all the advantage. I like to look at it like this. I'm not stuck on the outside. You're stuck on the inside. And if you don't change that, if you don't get fluid and flexible, then you're going to get wrecked. You can see here. My good amigo Positive Waves is going to wander around the house. So I have overlook on this. Bronk is down the bottom. Positive is going to wander around this house and just chuck grens in. And these guys upstairs are refusing to give up the top of the house. For some reason, they won't even poke their heads out. They're going to hide in that corner and wait for us to come at the top. Bronk pokes a little bit up the top, but James is just going to get 3 kills. 1, 2, 3, gone, because they didn't move. If someone knows where you are, you're at the disadvantage. Okay, so he's starting to feel me. Let's have a look at another big fight. This is me versus a squad that we've just dropped in the same compound that you just saw there. And the reason I liked this fight so much is you're going to see me move around the bloody map. Fighting and brawling house to house is such a massive thing that rewards people that get off their asses and change the angle of attack and aren't fixed into one position. Again, I can see footprints on the minimap. More people need to do this, really. Look at the gun. It just follows the footprints. I run out of ammo. Okay, you're gonna see me basically run past their whole team twice. Like, it's pretty hilarious. This guy comes out. I'm jumping. I'm back in. Past the girl I just knocked. He's revived her. Upstairs, going to grab a helmet on my way through. Jump out the back window. I'm going to run past the guy that I knocked out in the yard and ran out of ammo so I couldn't kill him. And then I'm going to run back in behind the guy who was shooting at me when just don't just sit still, man. You got to get off your ass and work for that money. You want to be the guy who is agile, the butterfly, moving on your feet, getting out and about, doing the business. This is where you're going to make it. And this is where you have the most fun too. Like, you get better at the game, and this comes all the way back to control. For better or for worse, being able to strafe is a huge benefit in these situations. It just is. There's no way around that. There's no way to sugarcoat it. It is a massive benefit. It doesn't mean you can't win them. It doesn't mean you can't strafe with your thumbs. It's just harder to do if you're not playing claw. If you want to get better at this stuff, go and do what I'm doing here. Play mini zone. Play war mode. I mean, I bang on about this enough, but it really is the key. Stephen Curry doesn't just shoot the lights out from 3 because he turns up on game day and is feeling relaxed and has a massage beforehand. There's a lot of hard work that goes in behind the scenes to actually working on your mechanics and working on recognizing the moment when you're going to get the chance to get that shot off, and working on, the places you shoot from on the floor when you're playing basketball. Well, it's exactly the same with the game, with anything you do. If you want to do it well, you have to practice. There's no substitute for that. You just don't wake up in the morning and suddenly you know how to track footsteps around a map while you're in a gunfight with someone else. No, that's completely ridiculous. I can see there's footsteps around underneath me here. I know there is someone else. I'm going to be aggressive with that. I can see them. I'm following them. They look like they're going around and around me, like they're coming up a stairwell. So they probably are. Yep, that's exactly where he is. I didn't learn that because you know, I learn it from practicing and dying a lot. Like, there's no harm, no foul when you're playing arcade mode. There is someone up there. I can see the footprints. They look like they're dead ahead of me now. I'll go in through this window. They're not. They are dead ahead of me, and I've absolutely caught them napping. Because I got creative, I thought outside the box. I was willing to jump out the window and run around the house and do what it took to actually get it done. This is from a close quarters game I had the other day that I dropped on channel. And again, look at the footprints on the mini-map. I can hear people around me. I can see the footprints. I'm trying to track it with my gun. They've got to be on top of me. I'm going to make sure that I've cleared down underneath first. And even then, he's behind me. Where the hell is he? Man, I mean, you can do everything right and still nearly get dropped doing this stuff. Look, there's another guy right behind me. This is nuts, hey? This is what I mean. There is no substitute to jumping in war mode and having 25 first-person engagements in a row in 10 minutes. You can't beat that for training up the hand-eye coordination and the muscle memory to actually do the right thing. And then you get in situations like this where I'm in a duo. Now, this all goes to hell in a handbasket if you're in a duo or a squad and you don't have communication. Now, Ouija knows, we're talking it through, that there is someone up here. We're going to engage in a gunfight with them. They're at one end, we're at the other. What I'm yelling at Azza right now is keep them locked, keep them locked, keep them locked, keep them locked. I'm going to try to flank them. Now, that's very, very easy to say, but obviously it's a bad idea if you get stuck. So what we do is Azza stays there, he keeps engaging them. I'm going to run all the way down here, jump back in through the door at the end, and catch the guys absolutely red-handed as they engage my squad mate down here. And, it's all over bar the shouting from there. This is not PUBG Mobile fair. This is PUBG Mobile last bloke left alive wins. And that means that people aren't always going to just sit in exactly the same position. If you want to have a heal, you better be damn sure that they're not going to push on you. There's no way around this. You have to get better at these individual engagements. You have to work on them. So get in war mode, get into a mini zone, and practice it. Again, footsteps, footsteps, footsteps. Just point your gun at the footsteps. God damn it, it's so easy. Point your gun at the footsteps, and 9 times out of 10, you'll be right. Now, on the mini-map, on the right, there are faint footsteps. They're probably about 20 meters away, but they're on my right. So when I come out of this doorway, I'm going to go that away, and we're going to get stuck in and have a great big fight. Let's see how that goes. It's not that I don't want to sound arrogant. I don't want to sound like a wally, because I absolutely am not. I just want to help people get better at the game, because I like doing things on YouTube. I like playing with my mates. I like doing all this. We're helping each other here, basically. That's a great Grand Bushka. Second one's all right, but that one was nearly a man killer. And not them, me. You can't just wait for the action to come to you if someone knows where you are. You're going to lose, okay? If they've got any kind of ability, you're going to lose. And all I do is I take the information that the game gives me and I process it, and I let that influence the way I decide to proceed. I control my character pretty well, but I use sound and I'm flexible in my thinking. I'm quite willing to get off my ass if it means winning a house-to-house fight. Again, there's a guy down here. He's dropped smoke in the next house. His footprints tell me that he is right there in that direction. I'm going to push the house. He's dropped smoke on the bottom story, but his footprints are telling me exactly where he is. I'm like pointing the gun at them. There he is. He's in there. He's got to be in there. And there he is. Right there. Camp in a corner and smoke is not going to get it done. Early game, you might not have a lot of options. That's all there is to it. But you can't win them all if you are giving the other guy all the advantages. And being immobile, it will work sometimes, but, you've got to be lucky. If they know where you are, you are doing it wrong. Anyway, I'm going to break down 2 last little bits here before we go any further. It won't take a lot of time. I want to show you using stairs. You've seen it in a couple of the clips already. I don't know if you've really paid attention to it. you'll note that I go up and down. Okay, there he is. Up, let him fire, back down. Up, let him fire, back down. That's really simple, right? That's really straightforward. But you need to get good at that backward and forward movement. It doesn't have to be, you don't go up the stairs and then stop and let's have a gunfight here. That's giving him an even break. That makes it a hit point trade. He could hit your helmet. He could really clear you very easily. You poke, you grab, you bang, you come back, you peekaboo. I'm going to slow this one down. I'm going to talk this through. And this is the absolute last bit of it, guys. I appreciate you for sticking with me this far. But I'm pretty certain there is someone in this house. It's the last final circle. This is a great house to be in. I'm going to slow it down. I'm going to go up, but I'm not going to engage. I'm going to look. All I'm doing is trying to see the target, right? Oh, there he is. Excellent. I'm back down. I pull back. I'm not going to get involved with that. And then I just wait and see if he'll come and have a squiz. We'll pro lean up. We'll get a shot on him because he's got to expose himself. And then we just pull back. Now, the reason I did that was we've spotted him. We've given him damage. We've now pulled back. We've taken no hits, right? This has been a fantastic engagement for us thus far. Now I'm going to turn this up so you can hear it. Just listen carefully. Ching! That's someone pulling the pin on a grenade. As soon as you hear that, bang, you have to push. Because if they've got a grenade in their hand, they don't have a weapon in their hand. And that means you are free and clear to go and absolutely hammer them, which we currently do. One more thing. You'll see me jump behind this wall and hug it because his gren is actually over there. But as long as the gren has no line of sight on you, you won't take damage. It's why sometimes you can see people behind telegraph poles don't take any damage when a gren pops, even though it's like a foot away on the other side of them. It's pretty weird. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you could like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends. It would really help me. Playing aggressive is something I love doing. It's really, really good fun, and it makes for good content. So, you know, I'm always up for good content and good aggressive play. Well, aggressive play. I don't think it's always very good. Please don't think that I'm being arrogant or anything like that. I don't consider myself to be a fantastic player at all. What I consider myself to be is someone that basically takes the best possible options they can and tries to win with processes and having some simple and obvious rules and concepts to guide them. Until next time, look after yourselves, boys and girls. It'd be a big up for me if you could just send this one out in the multiverse and get more people to subscribe to the channel and stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.